Hey there, history buffs! Welcome back to Memento Solis. Today we're going to embark on an epic journey through the annals of American history, counting down the top 8 U.S. presidents who left an indelible mark on the country. From the founding fathers to modern-day leaders, we'll explore the lives, achievements, and controversies of the men who shaped the United States into what it is today. So let's get started. 8. William Henry Harrison was the 9th President of the United States, serving for only 1 month, March 4, 1841 to April 4, 1841, before his death. While his presidency was brief, here are some reasons why he is considered a significant figure in American history. Harrison was the first Whig Party candidate to win the presidency, marking a significant shift in American politics. As a senator from Ohio, Harrison played a key role in negotiating the Treaty of Ghent, which ended the War of 1812 between the United States and the British Empire. This treaty restored relations between the two nations and marked a significant diplomatic achievement. Harrison was a strong supporter of infrastructure development, including the construction of roads, canals, and railroads. He signed the Naval Appropriations Act of 1841, which provided funding for the construction of new naval vessels and improved maritime infrastructure. Harrison advocated for tax cuts and reductions in government spending. He signed the Tariff Act of 1842, which reduced tariffs on imported goods and aimed to stimulate economic growth. His election marked a shift in the balance of power between the Democratic Party and the Whig Party, and his policies on infrastructure development and tax cuts set precedents for future administrations. 7. George Washington is widely regarded as one of the greatest presidents in American history, and for good reason. Washington was the unanimous choice as the first president of the United States, setting a precedent for the peaceful transfer of power and establishing the office's legitimacy. He played a crucial role in unifying the country, which was still recovering from the Revolutionary War. Washington established the cabinet system, which has been a cornerstone of the executive branch ever since. Washington established many important presidential precedents, including the decision to serve only 2 terms, the importance of civilian control over the military, and the need for transparency and accountability in government. Washington supported the creation of a national bank, which helped stabilize the U.S. economy and provide a sound financial system. Although he owned slaves himself, Washington played a crucial role in ending slavery in Virginia by freeing his own slaves in his will. 6. Thomas Jefferson was the 3rd President of the United States, serving from 1801 to 1809. He is widely regarded as one of the most important founding fathers of the United States and one of the most influential presidents in American history. Jefferson believed in a strict interpretation of the Constitution and limited government. He vetoed several bills that he believed exceeded Congress's authority, setting an important precedent for presidential restraint. Jefferson's negotiation of the Louisiana Purchase, 1803, doubled the size of the United States, expanding its territory and providing new economic opportunities. Jefferson's Embargo Act, 1807, was an attempt to restrict trade with Britain and France during their Napoleonic Wars. While it had unintended consequences, it showed his commitment to upholding American neutrality and protecting national interests. Clearly hasn't been upheld today. Jefferson was a patron of the arts and architecture, commissioning the construction of the White House and supporting artists like Thomas Sully and Henry James. Jefferson believed in states' rights and limited federal power, which led to his opposition to Alexander Hamilton's Federalist policies and his support for states' rights during his presidency. Jefferson believed in a free press and supported freedom of speech, which led him to defend newspaper editors who criticized his administration. 5. Grover Cleveland, the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, is considered one of the most underrated presidents in American history. Cleveland was a strong advocate for trust busting, using his presidential powers to break up large corporations that had become monopolies. Cleveland supported the Free Silver movement, which aimed to increase the money supply by minting silver coins. This policy helped farmers and laborers who were struggling during the Depression. Cleveland vetoed the McKinley Tariff of 1890, which raised tariffs on imported goods. He believed that high tariffs hurt consumers and favored special interests. Cleveland signed the Factory Act, 1893, to improve working conditions and protect workers' rights. Cleveland was known for his strong veto power, using it 584 times during his presidency. Cleveland's diplomatic efforts helped to improve relations with Great Britain and Germany, securing a treaty to resolve border disputes and avoid war. 4. Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, is widely regarded as one of the most influential and popular presidents in American history. Reagan's economic policies, known as Reaganomics, helped to stimulate economic growth and reduce unemployment. He cut taxes, reduced government spending, and deregulated industries, which led to a significant increase in GDP and a decline in inflation. Reagan signed significant tax cuts in 1981 and 1986, which reduced marginal tax rates for individuals and businesses. Reagan increased military spending and implemented a policy of military modernization, which helped to restore American military strength after years of decline. He played a key role in ending the Cold War and negotiating arms control agreements with the Soviet Union. Reagan's presidency had a lasting impact on American politics and society. He helped to shift the country's political landscape towards conservatism and laid the groundwork for future Republican presidential candidates. 3. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is widely regarded as one of the greatest presidents in American history. Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War, 1861 to 1865, helped to preserve the Union and end the institution of slavery. In 1863, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring freedom for all slaves in Confederate territory. Lincoln's leadership during wartime was characterized by his strong moral compass, strategic thinking, and ability to inspire and motivate his troops. Lincoln supported infrastructure development, including the construction of roads, canals, and railroads, which helped to stimulate economic growth and development. Lincoln believed in education as a key to individual and national progress. He signed the Morrill Tariff Act 1862, which provided funding for land-grant colleges and universities. 2. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, is widely regarded as one of the most effective and influential presidents in American history. FDR's leadership during the Great Depression, 1929 to 1939, and World War II, 1941 to 1945, helped to guide the country through two of the most challenging periods in American history. FDR's New Deal policies aimed to alleviate the suffering of the Great Depression by creating jobs, regulating industries, and providing relief to those in need. Programs like the Works Progress Administration, Civilian Conservation Corps, and Social Security helped to stabilize the economy and improve living standards. FDR's Banking Act of 1933 and Glass-Steagall Act helped to reform the banking system, preventing future bank failures and stabilizing the financial sector. FDR's administration implemented a range of progressive reforms, including workers' rights protections, labor union recognition, and civil rights advancements. 1. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. Kennedy's charisma and leadership style inspired a new generation of Americans, earning him a nickname as the Young Lion of the Senate and a reputation as a forward-thinking leader. Kennedy was a strong supporter of civil rights, and his administration played a significant role in advancing the cause. Kennedy's economic policies, such as tax cuts and investments in infrastructure, helped to stimulate economic growth and reduce unemployment. Kennedy's diplomatic efforts, including his famous Peace Corps initiative, aimed to promote international cooperation and peace through service and development. Kennedy's handling of the Cuban Missile Crisis was seen as a turning point in international relations, as he successfully negotiated a resolution without resorting to nuclear war. Kennedy was a strong advocate for disarmament and arms control, signing the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty and pushing for further reductions in nuclear arsenals. Most importantly, he dissolved power of the Federal Reserve and corrupt agencies, which lead to his eventual demise, a suspected assassination. And that brings us to our top 8 U.S. presidents. From George Washington to John F. Kennedy, these leaders have shaped America's history in profound ways. Agree or disagree with their methods, they each left an indelible mark on this great nation. A real shame that when a good president does come to power, they are dealt with in heinous ways, allegedly.